Well, here we are in Book 3 already. It seems that it was only a few months ago that I was cautiously standing on the brink of reason, about to launch strange and weird writings from beyond. The rest is history. The success of the Kryon books has astounded me. Tens of thousands of books out there on the planet, hundreds of letters a month, seminars all over the world, meeting famous performers that I have admired for years who are now Kryon readers, and offers to join and to be and to go. All of this. And Kryon says to me, never stray from the admonitions. Remember that Kryon speaks to the hearts and minds of humanity one at a time. You are one and so are they. What this means to me is obvious. My channeling admonitions are listed in the Kryon books for you to examine. They are postulates or axioms of the Kryon work for me. This means clearly that my oneness is identical to all others. Be still and do the work, and don't look around too much, for it will be distracting, Kryon says. My contract is no grander than yours, whoever you are hearing this. Each of us agreed to some kind of action before we got here. The challenge is to clear ourselves to the degree that we can find this hidden quest and implement it. Since we are each part of the whole, so to speak, some of you will recognize Kryon as family, and not an entity to follow or to worship or depend on for power or peace. I am grateful to all of those of you who have read the Kryon books in this series and listened to the tapes, and also to the many of you who have traveled to the seminars to sit within the Kryon energy and soak in the love. Now you know what I look like, sound like, and you know more about who I am as a human. I can't hide any more within the anonymity I enjoyed so few months ago, it seems. My contract for the planet was Kryon. My contract for myself was walking into the fear of ridicule, thereby potentially bringing the loss of friends, colleagues, and family. Indeed, this work on myself is still ongoing, and there is still discovery around applying the principles I am channeling to my everyday existence. Kryon wants me to live the standards that I am giving out to you, so that I will be able to feel what it is like. I suppose that's only fair. At last, it is also well known that my wife Jan Tober is the other half of the Kryon work. Most don't get to see this except those in the seminars. The seminars are a venue where I get to explain how she had the patience to wait 9 years through my unbelief for me to finally arrive logically at decisions about the intangible and to accept my contract. She is responsible, therefore, for my seeing the connection to Kryon. Because she saw it coming for years and knew better than to tell me, she looked for opportunities for it to present itself to me in a way that I would accept. It's Jan who took me to the 2 readers, both traveling through my town, who 3 years apart called the name of Kryon in session and told me of my quest, which I did not believe even then. Finally, I started opening up slowly to something Jan knew all along. As I explain in seminar, this channel doesn't just bring his wife along. He brings the other half of the work. Jan and I always present Kryon together. I have yet to do large seminars or book signings without her. It's true that I channel and I write the books myself, but her energy propels everything forward. The New Age human is one who is enabled. Now, we have used this word before, and what it means is that an enablement is a human who is co-creating. This, perhaps, is one of the highest gifts you have in the new energy. For to co-create means that you and spirit and those around you create your own reality. This may seem like a paradox to you, for you have been told only to co-create for yourselves. But what happens when you start to co-create for yourself is that those around you are affected in a positive way. We call upon you to revisit the parable of the tar pit, which has been published in Kryon Book 2, so that you will know of what we speak. For this is the way co-creation works. As you co-create for yourself, others are touched and helped. Some are even enlightened. And all because you co-created for yourself. There are several elements of co-creation which we must visit for your culture, so you will understand these things better. The first is abundance. Spirit uses the word abundance in translation to mean sufficiency, but Spirit means sufficiency on a day-by-day basis. And if you are always in the now, that means that each day will also be in the now. A sufficiency, therefore, means a sufficiency for life as lived in the now. This is abundance.